A big proportion of these Love It sons made the grade for the sale, and we kick off with the two that we used as lambs last year on the stud ewes. They were the cream of the crop last year, and still stand out. I think registered rams 120 is a very easy doing canny sheep. He's tremendous width and depth and fleshing ability, and the McLeod lamb an exceptionally long ram lamb that and with a great skin and is still I think he's a long wide deep sheep, a bit extra growth figures there too. This is another pair in the same mould, both good indexes there, built on decent growth, very good muscle and the excellent maternal figures that come with this Love It strain. McDewey, the registered 122, nicely put together ram, easy going as well, just no extremes. And 123 is a lovely wedge shape. A cracking skin, that extra length of Love It, but carrying a great amount of flesh, and he's really wide behind this sheep with a great sort of back door to him. Debbie really likes him, that 123 sheep. There's a pair here out of a ewe by a tup called Ithaca, and he's breeding wee thick ewes that are excellent mothers. And you just have to look at that the ewes twinning there and ewe efficiency to see that she's fitting into our program really well. So she's bred here a wide-ended pair of good square-ended sheep. He's a lovely head, especially the 124 sheep. I do wonder if he's slightly wide of a hawk, and I would have a good look at his back legs before you're bidding on him. Two sheep here that are on the bigger end. They're very long sheep. That 126 is a better coat than he looks on the video. Is a deep sheep with a wide top, and out of an old extra ewe. These sheep weren't very big, but they lasted a long time. They're two typical sheep of what Lovett's given us. Good in their legs, a bit of extra length, and a good appropriate number of lambs and good maternal figures. The last two Lovetts in here are probably a little bit smaller type in the pen, but they've got both high fat figures and are really high indexes. One 128's out of a hell of a ewe there. She's scored a two for mothering ability all the way through, and her mother was a right good ewe that lasted well with us too. Fine head, really wide hips, and a right good wedge between as well. 129, probably a longer ewe top out of our show ewe from this year. There's two big, thick Islander sons here. We can rely on him to breed robust sheep with big, sturdy bodies on them. The 130 sheep there is very like his father, just in his balance and it's just well put together. But I think he's got a nicer type than his father. 131, very high fat sheep, but it's 130 with a very good parasite worm resistance figures. Both of these sheep would be at the top end of litter size a little bit. High end U body condition scores as well, which wouldn't surprise you if you've seen Islander. Lismore is the side of this last two cups in the sale here. He's from the same sire line as Islander, but just a pile more really long-lasting, productive ewes behind him. The 132 sheep's probably one of the bigger sheep in the sale. As a pair, they're probably a bit longer legged than some of the others. The 133 sheep, we used him as a lamb. He's registered. He's got a lovely head and colours about him, and a long body, but maybe a bit of a softer coat. The bound to breed just good ordinary flock ewes, this two know in their background. That's the end of it, folks. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen to my haverings.